Hi there, how's everyone doing? Good. I'm not going to sing show tunes for you guys, I'm sorry. But my name is Colin O'Neill. I am creative director at Babcock & Jenkins. We're a B2B agency here in town. And for some reason, I thought it'd be really smart to get up here today and tell everybody in detail about a time that I failed. This was a new business pitch where I learned a lot of lessons about really selling in digital ideas to a world that's in transition. It was a blazing, bright winter's day in Massachusetts. And it was really, really cold in the conference room. I remember my toes were numb as I stood up and started into the creative presentation. And we were there to pitch a content-oriented digital engagement campaign. It was work that we really felt was representative of where the market was. I didn't wear this shirt, but perhaps I should have, because 30 minutes into the presentation, the CMO put his BlackBerry down with a heavy sigh. And he said, you know, this is a lot of conversation and a lot of language. Where are the headlines? And that kind of hurt because, first of all, you know, it indicated that he wasn't really interested in the approach that we were there to talk to him about, but also because I felt we had some pretty good headlines. But it was just an interesting experience. We didn't really win the business, of course, and you know, that kind of stuck with me for a while. So I started to think about, well, what was the dynamic in the room that happened there? And as I talked about it to friends and colleagues in marketing, something interesting happened. They all had very similar stories of work that was natively digital, that was being cut in favor of more traditional types of work being pushed into a digital space. And you know, I really started to think about that and why is marketing having this trouble dealing with this transition? Because truly, I think we are in a time of transition still. There are companies who are doing just amazing work out in the digital space, but there are a lot of other companies and agencies that are still trying to cross the chasm. And it's difficult because a lot of what we do is still very, very important, but it's in service of something different. Art and copy, you know, the traditional messaging and storytelling are still very important, but they're now in service of contribution and delivering something that's ultimately useful. The brand promise is still very, very critical. That vision is important. But brands are measured today, you know, by their participation. That's proof day by day, often tweet by tweet. We're at a time when we're moving from us pushing marketing out at them to a place where we're all in the pool together. And that's really exciting, and you want to get after that and, you know, bring some of this, some ideas to life in that space. But you can't get there alone. You have to build that bridge, you know, with strategy, with creative, with technology, and ultimately with your client to get them across there. So 3 things I've found helpful in doing that. And the first is to know your audiences. In the digital world, obviously, we can be very, very targeted. In the B2B world that we work in, you know, our work is at its best when it's not something there that's trying to interrupt you, but it's designed to be what you're interested in the first place. But the briefs aren't always asking for that today. And that's a challenge because you want to move things forward. You want to take advantage of the great opportunities to help your clients succeed. But you'll know yesterday's brief when you get it, and you can't answer yesterday's brief with tomorrow's solution. So what I've found you can do is really think digitally first. Have a native digital kind of perspective, and that allows you to deliver on what the ask is. But in so doing, it allows you to illustrate the opportunities and the need to evolve. The second is to build a foundation. There's really a great opportunity to make things that are really useful in marketing, in digital marketing. But to do that, you have to start with a customer-centric perspective. You have to engage your client in a conversation around that. So at Babcock & Jenkins, we've mapped out that buyer's journey. We have assigned the content needs all throughout that journey. We've reimagined how we do personas and profiling, looking not just what messages will engage people, but how do those people engage on different platforms, and how do they engage with content, and ultimately, how do they engage with each other throughout this buyer's journey that we're trying to navigate them through. These are examples of the things we use. There's a lot of great thinking available out there. SlideShare is a goldmine. Third, and most importantly, I think, is to be fearless. You know, I really believe that your creativity is driven by your willingness to challenge it and to push it forward. And in the digital space, that means being a participant. You have to dive in, and you have to find the things that work, and you have to understand how they work and understand why they work. And you know, once you do, you'll never let anyone talk you down from what you know to be true of the digital market today. You may create an amazing campaign, or you know, you may fall on your face in a room full of people in a creative pitch, but your dedication and your passion and your participation leave a mark. That day in Boston, you know, taught me a lot, but ultimately it taught me that, you know, there's an opportunity in digital to stop marketing from failing to deliver to its audience, to do it better, and by doing that, to really make it better. We're not going to win every new business pitch, but we only fail if we let an opportunity to make marketing more useful and more relevant pass us by. Thank you very much.
Thank you.